As parents, there is nothing in this world we love more than our children. When they suffer, we suffer. So if you have a child that is easily overwhelmed in large crowds, is always touching everything, or doesn't pick up on social cues or understand really personal space, not only can it be frustrating, but absolutely heartbreaking to watch them struggle with stressful sensory situations on a regular basis. Now, there is not a one size fits all for sensory processing challenges, but SPD is a condition that affects how the brain and the nervous system process stimuli, and it can affect all 5 general senses: touch, smell, see, taste, and hear. Now, if your child struggles with SPD, you already know its effects. So in this video, we will look at the root causes and the specific tests that we can use to measure the struggle. Yes, you heard that right. There is a test that we can use to quantify it, and then even more importantly, get to work helping make the sensory processing system more comfortable and able to handle stimuli for your child. Now, my name is Dr. Eric. I am one of the chiropractors here at Chiropractic in the Madison and Middleton and surrounding areas. Now, we focus and have a passion for pediatrics, prenatal, and whole family wellness. Now, in this video is for moms and dads who want to dive deeper into how to help their child with sensory struggles. Now, most likely you have tried therapies, diets, and often avoid situations that are difficult altogether to none or very little availability for things. Now, we are going to walk through the root cause of sensory processing disorder. That it starts within the nervous system very early in development. Plus, there is a unique and non-invasive way, a test to measure this neurologically. Now, that is the insight scans. So before I go further though, please share this video with other moms, parents who you know need to hear this message. We are on a mission to change the trajectory of our kids and our family's health, and that starts with you. Now let's dive into really the science behind this. Finding the root cause of SPD. There are 2 different types and 2 different kinds of sensory processing challenges. There is sensory avoiding, so they do not want to be touched, example, and then sensory seeking. They're always in need for more stimulation, and children can most definitely have a mix of both of them. Now, to find the root cause of these struggles, we have to go all the way back to your child's development, often even before they were delivered. So before delivery, one of the very first things to develop in utero is the brain and the nervous system. So if our mothers are left in a constant state of distress and anxiety, this can greatly affect the developing infant's brain and nervous system. Now, another trigger is birth interventions and traumas that involve forceps, vacuum, extraction, induction, C-section, which can disrupt the function of the brainstem that's right in the upper part of that cervical spinal cord region, which are the most important areas for processing and for integrating sensory information before it reaches up to the brain. Think of the brainstem as the air traffic control for all of your child's 7 senses, where it's responsible for not only organizing and processing the information, but keeping out unwanted or annoying information. Now, this unwanted and annoying information is known or referenced as nociception. The reason your child may be avoiding certain stimuli is to avoid additional noisy and stressful situations that they can't yet tolerate. Additionally, if they are constantly moving and seeking out physical touch and stimulation, they are doing so in order to bring about proprioception, which is the sense of movement. Now, while it may not seem like it, all of that movement and touching things is actually calming their brain down. Now, it's one thing to talk through why this is happening, but more importantly, how do we help it, right? The nervous system is a two-way street. One set of nerves called the sensory nerves that send information and report to the big guy up here, the brain and the brainstem, precisely what's going on inside of the body, internal environment, and then the outside of the body, the external environment. The other set of nerves is more of what is termed motor control nerves that send signals out from the brain and spinal cord and tell various parts of the body what to do, when to do it, how to do it, and etc. Now, as parents, we measure these systems through the symptoms they produce, but this often doesn't tell the whole story of what is going on inside within the nervous system in that body. This is why taking a test to look under the surface is so incredibly important with children who struggle with SPD. The best part is that this test can be done very easily and comfortably. This test, which is conducted in our office, consists of 3 different neurosensory scans from our technology called the Insight scans. Now, the Insight scans are about finding, tracking, and understanding if the subluxation and dysautonomia are present on your child's nervous system. And if they are, we need to know about 2 things about them. 1, how significant or severe or intensive is this that's going on? And then where within that neurospinal system are things primarily located? So we're tracking and targeting those locations. Think of the neurospinal system as the fuse box in your home. While our nervous system is quite a bit more intrinsic and complex than that, many of the sensory and the motor nerves function similarly. In our office, we use a neural fuse box chart to help us better track and locate where and what kind of trouble the subluxation and the dysautonomia may be causing within your child. Now, making sure this system is working at full function is simply the most important exam and assessment any pediatric provider could ever perform for your child. Put simply, if the nervous system isn't calm on the inside, the sensory symptoms will show on the outside. Now, to close this video, in just about 10 to 15 minutes, these safe, non-invasive scans can find, measure, and locate subluxation, which is what we address in your child's autonomic nervous system. These scans help us put together a customized care plan that fits your child's exact needs and start to restore function and balance to that autonomic nervous system of theirs. This is the missing link to help your child with their sensory processing challenges. Now, to finally close this, please ask any questions or leave a comment down below, or send us a direct message. Now, second, please share this with other parents, family members, Facebook groups who you know need to hear this information. Third, go to the link in our bio and click on our blog tab and read more about everything that I've covered in this video and so much more. You got this, mom and dad. We are here to help support and guide you on a different path when it comes to your family's overall health.